Today I want to speak a little bit about habit control, and in particular the area of weight loss. Now, problems with weight tend to affect most people at least some point in their lives. And the main way to deal with weight issues is to usually go on a diet, maybe to embark on some kind of exercise regime. People detoxify themselves using pills and potions. And there are even commercial systems available which in themselves can be very effective indeed. And this is not to take anything away from those systems, but to only maybe challenge the idea that diets tend to fail for most people. And the reason they'd fail is because the attitude part that craves and wants to comfort eat is never really dealt with. And there's a reason for that. Because you see, when it comes to comfort eating, the mind is conditioned from a very early age with a certain type of pattern of behaviour around the idea that chocolates, crisps, biscuits, or any number of foods or drinks are rewarding and in some way make you feel better. Therefore, whenever you feel bored or you feel a little bit emotionally challenged, shall we say, that's where you naturally gravitate towards those foods and you reach for them even though you don't know why you're doing it. Hypnotherapy as a psychology helps you to reverse that process so that you're not relying on willpower to avoid that craving. In effect, you can start looking at those foods with a sense of indifference, beginning to feel like they're more like objects that you can walk past every single day and not even notice anymore. So in effect, hypnotherapy doesn't make you lose weight, but hypnotherapy changes your attitude so that you can find the process of letting go of those foods far easier than maybe you would have done if you were on a standard diet. The second element is the gastric band hypnosis, which is very popular in the media at the moment. Now, gastric band hypnosis, of course, is the idea of letting the mind believe, just like with a real gastric band, that the stomach is much smaller. And when, of course, the stomach is smaller, you eat less. You get a sense of fullness a lot quicker, and you feel more satisfied quicker. Of course, when it comes to the operation, there is a certain amount of cost, and there is certainly a certain amount of pain and inconvenience. But the effect that you get from gastric band operations is that you are feeling full. Well, the mind can be trained to do that without the operation. You can believe that you're full much quicker, satisfied much quicker, and not feel like you're hungry shortly after that point. What if you could go from one meal time to the next without thinking about food in between? Well, that's exactly what you achieve when it comes to gastric band hypnosis. You can bring a fork towards your mouth and suddenly feel like you're full. It's your cutoff point that you suddenly begin to recognize. Now, those two elements lead to weight loss. How fast that weight loss takes place, there is no firm answer. It will all depend ultimately on your own body. But the process that you go through leads to a system which is sustainable, unlike diets. One where you can keep going and achieve long-term success without reverting back to square one. Now, if you feel that this information has resonated with you, and in fact you'd like to discuss this in more detail, then again there are a number of ways you can get in touch. You can contact me by dialing me directly with the telephone number you can see here, or you can contact me through the online form, which is also available to you. Well, I hope I've been able to maybe answer one or two of the questions you had about this area, and if you would like to speak further, I look forward to it. For now, this is David Ferratian, clinical hypnotherapist. Have a great day. Bye-bye.